Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitor's sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. These guys have established themselves as one of the best teams in the league, no doubt. 7-0 to start the year. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back who likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 12 carries, 59 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. The tight end in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
To the air, Penix. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with a rookie. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back them.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go. Achane. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And looking to throw, Penix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Penix. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Looking to pass. Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 18 carries, 74 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. You talk about this Falcon defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And they'll give this to Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense,
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Able to slither by. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
Now Penix. And complete to Drake London. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw, Penix. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On third down, Penix from the gun. Got an open man, it's McLeod. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down. They'll try and run for it. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. Again, it's Achane. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That is caught. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A beautiful fake. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Achane on the counter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That's another Dolphins first down. A gain of 19 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. This will be caught just inside the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now Tua. He's got it. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Gordon will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's got the hook up to McLeod. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To the air, Penix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well of time there. And now 4th down. On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. Here's Hill on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime
Our trip
report.
around the NFL starts now. We begin at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Chargers at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings. And it's the veteran Aaron Jones. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards, it's a touchdown. The Vikings win their second straight as they get the victory here. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And this is Josh Allen. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. This one's at halftime with the Bills holding on to a 14-3 lead as the game's gone to the half. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Cleveland Browns. And it's a man on his second tour of duty as a 49er, Kendrick Bourne. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. He'll take it 65 yards to the end zone. This one all tied, 10-10 at halftime. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they could add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Running right, here's Achane. And this on his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
44. Ready.
This is Achane. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's Hill, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Achane. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A run straight ahead with Achane. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Looking to put a drive together. In motion goes McLeod. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And looking to throw, Penix. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this returnable for Hill. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Go ahead.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua going to give this to Wright. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A run now from Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 2. Now a run by Achane. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jalen Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They'll throw with Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So he stopped for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. That's complete to Mooney. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Operating from the gun, Penix. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Tyrell Dodson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Play action, now it's Tua. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, They've just been effortless for them in this one, and that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop. 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They complete it to Hill. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A nice stick and stop for a loss here from Jalen Phillips.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Penix. Throw left side complete. That's Pearson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Tua going to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll work the middle here with Wright. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down?
They'll run for it. Here's Wright.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
44, ready, ready.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Wright. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swinging to the ball carrier.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Falcons.
Robinson up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Penix. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Miami, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been